Hello and welcome back. Now let's understand about assignment and compound assignment operator. It is basic assignment operator and compound assignment, what they are. About the assignment operator, we have already seen. Example, whenever there is a variable, inside this if I want to assign some value, we use assignment operator, basic assignment operator, which is equal to operator will assign whatever is there in the right side to the left hand side. Since it is a Java, I may have to specify the type of data. I have specified here as 10. So behind the scene, one variable will be created by the name A. Inside A, 10 will be assigned. So this equal to operator in Java is used to assign whatever data we have on the right hand side to the left hand side. Fine. However, compound assignment is slightly different. Before I get into this, I want you to understand this also. For an instance, I have a requirement that I may have to store marks of 5 students. I can create 5 variables, integer type of maybe M1, integer type of M2, integer type of M maybe 3. Similarly, I'll create till M4 and M5. Option number 1. Since all these variables has same data type, I can declare the variable in this style also. Integer type of M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. This M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, they are the variable names. Whatever names you want, you can give. That is not a matter of concern. And this is called as variable declaration. Fine. We have not yet initialized the value. Variable initialization means you have declared the variable. You have specified there is a variable which is of integer type. That means inside this variable, we can add integer type of value. Now there is something called as variable initialization. I will say here M1 equals to 10. That means now I am initializing. So two ways you can do. Directly you can declare a variable, for an instance n, and also initialize at one point. Fine, there is a difference comes into picture which you will understand going forward in instance variable, local variable. But for now, this is both declaration and initialization. Now, if I just say integer type of n, it is just a declaration. And to that n, if I assign some value, it is initialization. Declaration, initialization. This is both declaration as well as the initialization. I hope this fundamental also is clear. Also, we have one more option. Whenever you have maybe multiple variables which will hold the same value, this may not very often you come across in the real instances, but just in case this option is also available, I'm trying to talk on that. Maybe all 5 students have same marks. First of all, you have created 5 variables of same type to store students marks, and all of them have got same marks. So what you can do here is, I can say maybe all of them have got 45. I'll say 45, assign it to M5. Whatever is there in the M5, assign it back to M4. Whatever is there in the M4, assign it back to, M3, M2. Like this also you can assign. All the variables will have same data 45. For which, let me just show you on the Eclipse IDE. I have opened the Eclipse IDE. Also, there are multiple suggestions to use the VS Code or IntelliJ. IDE is not a major matter of concern. You can use any of the IDE of your own choice, especially for the core Java DSA, unless if you want to develop some application. Since Java developer very often use Eclipse or IntelliJ IDEs, so I am going with Eclipse. There is no problem even if you want to use some other IDE. That should not be matter of concern. Fine. So let me just create some variables here. M1. As you can see, I have created the 5 variables. Now I can assign like this. Maybe I'll say here M5 equals to maybe 44. And whatever is data is there inside the M5, I can give it to M4, which again I can assign back to M3, and again I can assign that back to M2, and again I can assign that back to M1. Fine, this syntax is also a valid syntax. Very often you may not come across, but this option is also available. Now you can print and check all these variables. It will have the same value. Let me print and show you. As you can see, I'm going to print now. If I just have to run this program, and you can notice the output, all of them have the same value of 44. This is also possible here. And in order to assign a data in Java, we use equal to operator. Whatever is there on the right hand side, that will be assigned to the left hand side. And from the beginning, this assignment by default, we are trying to understand. Likewise, we have one more operator which is called as compound assignment, or you can say compound assignment operators. What exactly this is, please try to understand here. When it comes to compound assignment operator, if you want to increment any value of a variable by 1, of course we can go with plus plus. If you want to decrement, then minus minus you can use it, which is increment and decrement operator. Now assume that inside a variable I have 5. That means inside a 5 is there. The requirement is I want to add 10 to this 5. That means I want to make it 15. So what you can do, a whatever data is there inside the a plus 10. Whatever is the total result, I will store back inside the a. That means 5 is the existing value plus 10. 15 will be assigned back to a. Inside the a, we will have 15 here. So instead of writing this expression, what you can do here is you can say a plus equal to 10. You need not to write this expression. That means while assigning this 10 to a, add this 10 to the current value of a, then assign. While you assigning, please make sure you add this 10 to the existing value of a, then you assign it. So whatever is happening here, same thing will happen here also. Similar to this, we have a. If you want to multiply something, that means 10 will be multiplied with the current value of a, right? For the division also we have, for the subtraction also we have, for the modulo also we have this compound assignment operator. Let me show you by directly writing the code on the IDE. As you can see, I have opened the Eclipse IDE. Let me just create a variable a equals to 5. And if I just have to print maybe system.out.println, what is the current value of a? Of course, you know very well it is 5 by default. Now the requirement is I want to make it 15. I'll say here a plus 10. That means whatever value of a is there, add 10 to it and finally store back the result in a. And now if I have to check back system.out.println, please print the value of a. You can check here. You'll be getting the output as 15. That means a already 5 was there plus 10, 15, totally assigning back to a. Instead of this, I'm going to write here, you can see here a while assigning equal to 10, I will say. That means 10 at the time of assigning to a, add the 10 to the existing value of a. Current value of a is 5 here. And to the 5, please add this 10. Of course, the output will be 15 here. Let me run this program. You can see the output is 15 here. Fine. Initially it was 5 and later it is 15. Similar to this, we also have a current value of a. Okay. At the time of assigning, multiply with 10. That means 10 at the time of assigning to a, multiply with the existing value of a. Consider this is commented. That means it is not a part of the code. Still the current value of a is 5 only. So 5 is the current value of a. So at the time of assigning 10, multiply with the value of 5, which is value of a, which is 5. 10 into 5 and then assign the result. So what will be assigned? 10 into the current value of a is 5. So 10 into 5 is 50. 50 will be assigned here. So if I have to just run this, you can notice on your screen. See, we are getting 50 here. So now same goes for the division also. If I have to say here, maybe I will say here, you can say the same goes for the division and subtraction also. In fact, I will say here a minus equals to, I will say 10 here. Fine. So 10, you can run this program and check. If I have to run this program, you can notice we are getting it as minus 5. That means, of course, a value is 5. 5 minus 10 is, of course, minus 5. Making sense? If I have to make it maybe 15. 15 minus 10 is, of course, it will be 5 this time. If I have to run this program, you can notice it is 5. Making sense? Now, let me just make it division. A, maybe I'll say divide equals to maybe by 3, I will say. Fine. The current value of a is 10 divided by 3. At the time of adding, please divide and add. If I have to run this program, you can see on your screen, we are getting the output. Okay, there is an error because I have not used the semicolon. Let me just use it. And if I just have to run this program, You can see on your screen, you are getting the output as 5. That means 15 divided by 3 is 5. So at the time of 3 getting assigned to A, whatever the current value of A, that will be divided by 3 and the final result will be assigned here. This is only called as this is only called as compound assignment operator. We do have this for the modulo operator also. For an instance, I'll say here mod A, I'll say mod equals to, maybe I'll say here 3. That means 15, if you try to divide by 3, what will be the remainder? Remainder will be 0, because 3 5s are 15 and the remainder will be 0. The output will be 0 here. If I have to just run this, and if you just notice the output, it is 0. And if I make maybe A value as 10, if you divide by 3, the remainder will be 1. 3 3s are 9 and the remainder will be left out is 1. Modulo operator we have understood in the previous video. So if I have to just run this, we can notice we are getting 1. Now I hope you got the clarity on the compound assignment operator. We have seen simple basic assignment operator and the compound assignment operators. Thank you so much for being with me in this video. Please do like, subscribe and also share these videos with your friends and peers. Again, we'll meet in the next video and try to understand more on operators.